Alright mate, how you doing? And guess what? The EE Wembley Cup is back for a 4th rendition, and I'm here to tell you all about it. First of all, do you realise what a big deal it is that there's going to be a 4th Wembley Cup? There's some great things out there in the world, but not many things make it to a 4th installment. For example, the Godfather films, great films, some of my favourite films, but it was a trilogy. There was only 3 of them. Lord of the Rings, great books, great films, but there was only 3 of them. I'm not counting The Hobbit. Even my mum and dad couldn't handle any more kids after they popped out the 3rd, aka Saundy Daundy. Me, Seb and Saunders was enough for them. But no, the Wembley Cup, we keep pushing the envelope. Me and EE are back, and this one is going to be bigger and better than ever. So a couple of days ago on Wednesday, I announced on my social media the Wembley Cup was back, and we announced it with some posters and things, which tossed up a lot of questions for you guys, which I'm going to try and answer some of today. There's a lot of stuff which I can't give away. It's confidential right now, but will be revealed in subsequent episodes later in the series. But I had loads of questions come through on Instagram, and I did a little kind of ask me anything thing, so I'm going to answer some of them on here on YouTube. But the main information you need to know is that the final is on Sunday the 25th of November, back at Wembley Stadium. You can get tickets now. They've officially gone on sale today. There's a link in the description. EE customers are getting early bird access, but they become available to everyone sometime next week. And the price of the tickets is £15, although EE customers get them for £10, £2 from every ticket purchased goes towards Sport Relief, our charity partner. We hope to raise a lot of money for charity again this year. So this Wembley Cup is going to be completely different to all other Wembley Cups for a number of reasons. First thing you need to know is there are 4 teams taking part. It's the 4th Wembley Cup, and there's 4 teams. My hashtag United are one of them, the reigning champions. And you may have spotted the Wembley Cup trophy is not in my backdrop anymore. I've had to surrender it for use in the series, and it will go to the eventual winners. So hopefully in a couple of months it'll be back here again, but it also might not be. It could be with the F2 Freestylers, because their F2 FC team is entering the Wembley Cup. It could be with Cal Freezy and his Rebel FC team. They're also part of it. Or it could be with the XO boys, True Geordie, Lawrence McKenna, Stephen Tries and Will N.E., because XO FC have formed especially for the Wembley Cup tournament, and they're going to be the 4th team taking part. Now let me take a look at some of your questions and answer them as best as I can. Okay, will there be a YouTube series? If so, when will it start? Yes, there will be a YouTube series. We've already filmed some of it. I'm not sure on the exact upload dates yet. Obviously the final will be on the 25th of November, and that will be live streamed, as well as hopefully having a lot of you in the stadium watching it live. So all the episodes will go up in the lead up to the 25th of November. So expect it late October, November time. There's going to be episodes in the lead up, and they're going to be fantastic. Lee Hursit, one of the hashtag United players, actually asked me whether I was more excited for the first Wembley Cup or this one coming up. Well, I think I've been more excited for each new one as they come, because we always change them. We always try to improve them each year. And obviously I was buzzing for the first one, for the second one, for the third one, but I think I'm most buzzing for this one for a number of reasons. I think it's going to be the most competitive. We've got 4 teams taking part. We've got some brand new rules coming into 11-a-side football, which is going to shake things up quite a lot, and I'm really looking forward to seeing them happen. And the teams have no excuses this year. Every team has had time to prepare. XOFC, you could argue, have had the least time to prepare, but they've got some decent players. A lot of their boys have come from a team called London City that played in the Next Level League, 7-a-side tournament that hashtag and hashtag Academy are in. And you can check some of that out if you want to. I'll put a link to it on the I button. But XOFC are probably the newest team. Rebel FC have been going for maybe a year and a half now, maybe longer, I'm not sure. They've played a lot of games, and they've been making a lot of noise about being the best team on YouTube, so we're going to see if that's true. F2FC, obviously we beat F2's Teckerstown 6-1 in the final last year, and as soon as that finished, they came out and said, next year will be different, we're going to make our own team, and we're going to be much stronger. And they've done that. They've made a team. We've got some massive players in there. They've got George Best's son, the FIFA icon himself, son, Callum Best, lovely guy. He's going to be playing for them. They've handpicked a load of celebrities. They've got people like from Love Island playing. They've got some decent footballers as well. I think they've got the Hemel Hempstead first team goalkeeper. He plays in the National League South right now. That is almost professional football. That's not quite League 2, it's just underneath. I'm actually amazed Hemel Hempstead have given him time off to play in the Wembley Cup, to be honest. And obviously they've got Billy and Jeremy. It's been a shame that Billy has been injured for so much of the previous Wembley Cups. He played a few minutes last year. He missed the second one. He did play in the first one. I'm confident Jeremy will be playing. It remains to be seen about Billy. I hope he plays. I don't want any teams to have any excuses. And if hashtag win, I want us to beat the most full strength teams we can come up against. And as for hashtag ourselves, obviously we've got stronger. We've moved into non-league now. A lot of people asking what sort of team we're going to have out. Will it be our non-league team? Will it be our originals team? Well, it'll be a mixture. I'm going to be playing first and foremost. I know I don't play in the first team that much anymore. If you've been up to date with what's happening in our kind of non-league adventure, you would have seen on the hashtag channel that I've gone into a commentary role and I'm player managing the Sunday team as well. But I will be playing in the Wembley Cup. I can also reveal to you, hashtag Harry will be playing in the Wembley Cup. So we're going to have an esports representative. We're going to have a load of original guys, a lot of guys that have been at the club for a long time but didn't get to play in the previous Wembley Cup, and some of the new faces as well. Next question, who would be your dream ex-pro to have playing alongside you at Wembley? That's another question we've got a lot. Will there be legends and will there be YouTubers again? Yes, there are going to be legends and YouTubers. Can't reveal who they're going to be yet, but trust me, every team is going to get boosted by a top level ex-professional, and special YouTubers will be able to join the teams just for the Wembley Cup final as well. There'll be loads more information on how that's going to go down. It's actually a really cool way we're going to be introducing them, and you'll find out later in the series. But trust me, the names that have been advertised so far in like the social media imagery we've put out are just the players associated with the 4 teams taking part. There will also be legends, and there will also be some big YouTubers playing too. Who do I think will win was another question I was asked. Now this is a tricky one. Like I say, 4 teams. We've never had 4 teams before, and you'll get a chance to see the teams in action against each other before the actual Wembley Cup final comes up, so you'll get an idea of who's where in terms of level. But here's what I'd say, trying to be as neutral and like pragmatic as possible. I'd say XOFC are the underdogs, just because they've played the least together. But I learned in the Next Level League never to underestimate XOFC. And let's be honest, they could have the true Geordie up front. This is like Andy Carroll times 4. Right, I would not want to mark him at a corner, but trust me, XO have got some decent players, so don't count them out. We've never played against Rebel FC, and I don't know a great deal about their players. I've seen some of their videos, and I know they've had some good results on YouTube. And I also know they've been saying they feel they're the best team on YouTube, so this is their chance to prove that. And I also believe the way this tournament is going to work this year, anyone can win, and you'll see what I mean in later episodes. But yeah, Rebel have got a chance. F2FC, on paper, for me, have got the most pressure on them. I know they're going to probably say we've got the most pressure on us because we're the reigning champs and we play at a high level now. But as I've already said, we're going to be using some non-first teamers. And we've also got football matches every single Saturday. We've got loads of different cup games to play. We'll have injuries. And as much as I want to win the Wembley Cup, and trust me, I really want to win the Wembley Cup again, we've also got a lot of other competitions we've got to worry about. So we have to find that balance in availability and players. Whereas the F2FC, I think, have put a lot of pressure on themselves with what they said at the end of the last Wembley Cup. Their videos and the things they do in those videos, in my opinion, put them under pressure to perform. I mean, some of the boys they've put in their squad play at a ridiculously high level. We've got some guys who have played at a high level in hashtag, but those that have played at the really high levels are fairly late on in their career now. We've got a 40-year-old, we've got a 38-year-old. The F2 boys, some of them are in their prime. And that is the reason that I think most of the pressure is on the F2 team because of what they've said in the past and the team they've assembled. And yeah, I think F2FC are the favourites, but I will always believe hashtag United can win, and I will always back us all the way to the bank. So I think F2 are the favourites, but I believe hashtag will win. Next question, is Devs going to be the manager of hashtag for this? So if you've been watching the videos on the hashtag United channel over the last few months, you know we've got a new manager now, Jay Devereaux, absolute legend. He's our gaffer. Is he going to be a gaffer at Wembley Cup, or will it be Martin Keown, like it has been for the first 3 years for Spencer FC twice and then for hashtag United? Well, I've got a great winning record with Martin Keown, 100% at Wembley. However, there is no way we are not being led out there by Devs. Sorry, Martin, you're out. Devs is in. It's a little bit risky breaking up the old winning formula, but I have a lot of respect and a lot of faith in Devs. And whatever happens, we'd be buzzing to be playing for him at Wembley. Listen, I know I've only answered a few questions there, but I can't really say too much more at this stage. I'm pretty confident any other questions you have will be answered in subsequent episodes that will be on this channel, Spencer FC, in the lead up to the final, Sunday, 25th of November, 2018. Some people asking why it's in November this year. Usually it's earlier in the year. There was some complications around dates, what with the Tottenham Stadium thing. Obviously, they used Wembley last year, and they weren't supposed to be using it this year, but now they are having to because their stadium was delayed. That pushed a few dates back, so it might have been earlier in the year, but because of Tottenham Stadium issues, it's now November 25th. And I hope that doesn't mean you can't make it. Hopefully you can. All the details you need for tickets are in the description. There's a link as to how you can go and get them. If you're not an EE customer, you might have to wait a few more days, but make sure you're ready to get them because I think they're going to go quite quick. It's going to be an unbelievable day. Trust me when I say you will never have seen anything like this before. What we're doing is truly unique in football. And that might sound a little bit crazy to you right now, but it's just because we haven't been able to give you the full details. But when you do, I think you'll get it. And when you see the episodes leading up to the final, I hope you'll be buzzing just like I am. And before I go, I'll quickly put a poll up here, which you can vote on and say who you think is going to win the EE Wembley Cup 2018. I've got to say a big thanks to EE once again for backing this tournament and this competition and this idea. When we first did it in 2015, I thought it'd probably be a one-off. To still be doing it 4 years later and for us to be continually raising the bar the way we are, It's unbelievable. So thank you to EE. And thank you to you guys for watching it every year and making it possible. We're going to keep doing our best to make the most entertaining Wembley Cup series we can. And if you are excited for it, make sure you drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you've got the notification bell turned on, so whenever there's a new Wembley Cup video, you'll get alerted. And until next time, don't go changing. Don't forget to hashtag it.
Don't go changing to try and please me. You never let me down.